Hey everyone, today I'm going to be addressing the issue of food banks in Arizona. So, we have been tasked with proposing appropriate locations for food banks in the Phoenix area to the World Resource Institute, or WRI. Local restaurants are looking to decrease their food waste by creating Share Your Spares food banks around the city. Participating restaurants will donate leftover or extra food at the end of the week that would normally be discarded. I'm going to introduce spatial statistics and analysis in order to determine the most appropriate locations for these food banks. How does spatial statistics analysis work in this case? We want to use density maps in order to track how many people might be in need of food banks and where they are located. Income and ethnicity are a couple factors that can impact need for food banks. And we can see in these density maps here that there are pockets of lower income families that might not have access to transportation to get them to a food bank that is further away. This is something that we will need to keep in mind in this scenario. The map on the left shows density of poverty in Maricopa County. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And the map on the right shows median household income. We can see that these maps complement each other pretty well and give us a good understanding of the areas that may need more support than others. So why is spatial analysis an effective method here? The map on the left here shows general food insecurity across the nation. I thought this was a good visual to put into perspective how much of the country experiences food insecurity, which is all of it. Using these maps in order to narrow down some locations that might be good for food banks is useful because there are a couple common factors that possibly lead to the need for food banks. From the Feeding America website, I found that low income, lack of affordable housing, chronic medical issues, and racial discrimination all contribute to food insecurity. The map on the right shows minority Hispanic population around Phoenix, and we can see that the higher density areas correspond to lower income areas around the city. These areas would likely be the best place for food banks as they would be accessible to the most people that would need them, being situated in a densely populated area, but also easy to access by walking or public transportation. Some downfalls of spatial analysis is that they can include bias depending on who or what group made the maps. Or other analytical errors that can lead to unreliable data. Ensuring that the data is accurate and coming from a reputable source may be a good way to minimize ill effects from using spatial statistics. So from the information presented, we can see how using spatial information will help us map out the most appropriate locations for services needed by the people of Phoenix. Lastly, here are my references for data and photos, and thanks for watching.